Hello and welcome to another daily gameplay video on World of Tanks. Now today's been a rough old day for me on World of Tanks, so it's not a particularly long episode because I've not really had much to show for it. But the first video that I'm going to show you today is on Arctic region. I'm in my T150 in a tier 7 match, which isn't too bad for this tank. And it's not my gameplay that I really want to show you on this one, it was the team's really, and it's a shame that the replay system or the video system on this isn't as advanced as the PC one, because you could really see what the rest of the team were doing. But this match, it sort of gives a good example of the level of skill that I put out today, or lack thereof should I say, that I really sort of exhibited. I did have a very poor day. I had shots bouncing, I was slow on my trigger finger, and just generally I wasn't very good today. You know, I could blame matchmaking and all sorts of stuff, but no, I just wasn't very good. But while you're watching this, if you, like I say, not so much keep an eye on what I'm doing, because I don't really do much, but keep an eye on the minimap and the scores on the top, because I'm not going to give away what the score is, but our team, for whatever reason, it was just one of those matches where the team of people, they just worked together, and it worked, and they just sort of rolled over the enemy team. So you see they're trying to hit that tiger down there, but I can't get a decent shot, and it just, that's sort of how the day went. Sort of, like I say, missing shots, shots bouncing, accuracy of the guns just showing the worst side rather than the best side for me, and that's about it. But see, I keep trying to hit that tiger, but I've got no clear shot for it. The rest of the team firing in shots. I find him misses by a mile. And like I say, just sort of keep an eye on the minimap. It's not really happening at the minute, and keep an eye on the scores up at the top, and you might be quite surprised. It was quite a nice match actually for, well, like I say, not so much for me, but for the teamwork involved. Tiger's gone. So everybody starts rolling down here. There's a few of the enemy up in the top northeastern part there, near the cap still. It doesn't look like they've actually managed to get too far away from their cap. Oh, nearly crashed into a VK3601. See, I make a move down here to try and go for those up there to the north of me, and then we notice two of them right down here. So I'll move in, try and get a shot. Gun depression's not brilliant on this. I do like the T150. It's not a bad tank, it's not a great tank, but it's not a bad tank, and I think it just sits a little bit too nicely in between the KV85 and the KV2. It's got more armour than the 85 and the KV2. And it's got the same gun on it as the KV2, the 107mm ZIS6, but for some strange reason it has a lower rate of fire, and I don't quite know why. So I don't know if anybody out there could tell me why, but I can't figure it out. I think the KV2 one's something like just over 6 rounds a second, and sorry, a minute, and this one's about 5.88 rounds a minute, so for some reason it's a little bit slower. Well, the tank is not bad. It's not as manoeuvrable as a KV85. It's a bit more manoeuvrable than a KV2, and like I say, it just sort of sits a bit nicely in the middle of the pair. Now there you go, you can see the scores at the top. We've only lost one tank. We're all rolling into base, and over there in the middle of the map they're sort of rolling again from the north side. And like I say, nothing special on my part, but it was quite a fast match, and quite a good score at the end of it for the team. Now you can see the scores at the top, 11-1. Try and hit that Panther up there. Hit somebody instead that just drove in front of my gun, thank you. And now he's disappeared, waiting for that reload, and missed. There you go, typical. Somebody else has tracked him, waiting for the reload again, hoping for the shot, and somebody destroys him again. Sort of very typical of the day I was having on it today. And rolling in, there's one tank left, and he's sat right up there. And instead of just stopping and taking a shot, I don't, and I aim a little bit too quickly, and guess what? Missed by a mile. It's frustrating when you do silly things like that, when you just think, well, why didn't I just stop and take aim? I had it was occupied, I could have just stopped, taken a nice shot, but no, I just did something silly and hasty, and that's what happens. And there we go, finished him off, and we won 15-2, which was, like I say, quite a roaring victory, and we seem to have decimated the enemy team. Nothing very special from me whatsoever. Quite a poor score, to be honest. If you wanted to, you can sort of look at the results and pause it and what have you, although I don't know why you would, because like I say, they were bloody awful. But, well, there you go, that was just how my day went today, and hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. Right, and this second video is on Himmelsdorf, and I'm in my tier 6 medium Cheeto Japanese tank, and it's a tier 8 matchup and standard battle. Now, I'm going to use this to have a little bit of a moan about the Cheeto. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I just find this tank so frustrating. I'd like to go up the Japanese mediums. They're the ones that have been added onto the PS4 recently, and you know, I'd like to get to the top one, the STB1, I think it is off the top of my head. But I just find this one so frustrating, and I've been looking at it and I've been comparing it to the other sort of tier 6 medium tanks, and it's just so average and just ugh. And I don't know if it's just me, there might be people out there that love this tank and think, what are you talking about? It's brilliant, I love it. But I just think it's so unbelievably average. It's got sort of more gun depression than sort of one of the tanks. It's got, you know, less than the other one. It's more armour here. It's, you know, it goes on, and you know, looking at some of them, I mean, the ones that I seem to come up against the most in this for some reason are the T-3485, and you know, that's got better elevation and it's got better alpha damage, although this on paper does have a better damage per minute output. They always seem to beat me now. Like I say, I don't know if it's the way I'm using the tank or whether I'm just feeling a bit jaded, because I just don't seem to get very good games in this one, but this game is one of those not very good games. I don't seem to do very much because the armour, I don't know, I mean, it's 75mm on the front, which is, you know, not bad for a tier 6 medium, but it's not brilliant. The side armour, you know, again, it is better than some, it's not as good as others, and I just find that a lot of the shells in a match like this bounce. And if they do hit, it takes off a tiny little sliver of energy, and then the enemy tank is turning to look at you and you're thinking, oh damn, I'm going to get hit. And I'd say probably 90% of the time the shells go through this thing from most tanks that it comes up against, even including the tier 6s. I mean, it's not too bad against the lower tiers if you're getting a match that's kind to you, but even then the tier 5s and stuff can pose a threat to you, and I don't know, I just don't like it and finding it frustrating, and it's even partially made me want to give up on the Japanese line altogether. Like I say, I don't know if there's a sort of a fan base for this tank or if people are finding the same thing as me, but I'm sure if you'd like to let me know, you can leave it in the comments below, and I'd be quite happy to have a look at them and see what you think to this tank. But I just feel that if this tank was a colour, it would be beige. I don't know. Like I say, just using this for a little bit of a moment. Like I say, I've had a bit of a bad day on World of Tanks today. I've been trying to grind through this tank and I just find it frustrating, and in this match I don't really seem to do much. I potter about a bit, not knowing what to do, not knowing who to shoot at. I get a lucky shot in at this fella down there. Where is he? There we go. Like I say, lucky shot, and not really much happens. The other guys that are with me, they take the hill without any of my input whatsoever, and I've just been sort of trundling about, not really doing anything. Now we're just about to take the hill to finish off that super Pershing, is it, over there? And that's it, the hill taken, and I've got 2 penetrations, one of which was a tank destroyer down there in the town. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I've done absolutely nothing. Let's see if I can go and take out the arty and at least do something. So go trundling off down the hill and try and find him. And I find nothing. Nobody there. Nope. Where is everybody? So let's go see if there's anybody near the cap. That's where artillery normally is, or can be a lot of the time. Nope. Nobody here. Now they've started taking our cap at this point, and there's 2 captors in it, and I think, well, I'm not going to take this one on my own. They've already got a head start on me, so see if we can find Artie. Are they going to be on the railway yard? No. Oh dear. Still not found him. Still made virtually no contribution to the match whatsoever. So let's see if we can get down here and delay the cap and see if we can save the day, so to speak, and regain a little bit of respect and pride. So trundling down the road, are we going to make it? Oh, it's going to be a close one. It's not the fastest one. Again, it sits bang smack beige in the middle. It's not the fastest, it's not the slowest, it's just average. Round the corner, where's he gone? There he is, take the shot, and oh no, too late. Nothing. And there we go. So that was pretty much how my day went on Wheel the Tanks today. Hope you like this video, and if you do, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Goodbye.
57 degrees. Tonight, more clouds covered with a low of 30.